Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here. And today, oh boy, today do we have a topic to talk about. So, unless you have been living underneath a rock, there is some very sketchy stuff going on with the current Santa containers. Now, if you don't know what a Santa container is, for the past couple of years, Wargaming has at Christmas time put out these containers that you can buy for cash under the guise of you have a chance of winning one of 107 premium ships. And these containers are generally actually good deals. If you guys remember, not even that long ago when I talked about making your money go the furthest in the game, I actually recommended buying the Santa containers because they are one of the few containers in the game that you actually get more than what you pay out of them. Usually, even if you don't get any ships, you get coal, you get special signal flags, you get premium time, doubloons, some pretty good stuff out of these containers. But this year, and apparently this did occur in prior years, although I didn't experience in prior years as bad as it did this year, they are rigged. Like, extremely rigged. And when I first saw this, it popped up on Reddit, and I was like, okay, Reddit isn't exactly the kindest place to go if you want to read nice things about Warships. It certainly isn't. And most things on there, especially with the CV rework, are pretty negative. When I first saw it on Reddit, I'm like, okay, maybe there's just some funky RNG going on or something. So this is the Reddit post that grabbed the attention of many people. I'm going to read it straight off of the Reddit page for you. And this is posted by HMS Manchester in the World of Warships subreddit. How Wargaming chooses your Santa gift ship and why you will probably get Makarov. If you've been following the initial reports of Santa big gift results, you will probably notice something odd. A flood of Makarovs, the Tier 6 Soviet Nuremberg, have graced those lucky enough to get a ship. This is not a bizarre coincidence. It is a consequence of the way Santa gifts allocate ships. It is complicated, but I'm going to try my best to explain it. Say you win a ship. Hooray! However, is the ship you win truly random? Wargaming explains that if a ship that you already have in your port is dropped, the Santa's big gift container will be replaced by our super container. The latter will contain another ship from the list along with a port slot and a commander with 10 skill points. While confusingly worded, and I don't really think that's confusingly worded, that's pretty straightforward. If you already get a ship from the container that you already have in port, then your Santa's big gift container will then change into a super container, and you will pull another premium ship with a commander with 10 skill points. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. Anyway, they do allude to the fact that in the first instance, you do not receive a ship from the whole pool of available premium ships. Rather, you receive a ship from a select shortlist, which differs depending on box type, and you will receive it in a Santa crate box, not in a super container. So what he's saying is that he's interpreting this as you're getting one of a set list of ships. One of a ship from a set list. And then if you already have that ship from that list, you will then pull a premium ship from the larger list of premium ships. That's the way he's interpreting it. That's why he's saying it's confusingly worded. To me, it sounds like they're saying that, like I said earlier, you get a ship in a Santa container. If you already have that ship, you then re-roll a ship from the rest of the list and get another premium ship. That's the way I thought it works. Now, he could be right, and Wargaming could be very picky with their wording here because, as you'll see in a minute, the results speak for themselves. So he goes on to say, you only get a drop from the whole list of available ships if you roll a shortlisted ship, which you already have in port or in a previously purchased container. If this happens, you receive a ship from the entire pool in a super container. Lower tier ships are likelier to drop from the super container. What this means is that if I have no premium ships and buy a gift, which luckily includes a vessel, I will only ever receive a ship from the shortlist. My chance of a ship including on the shortlist is 0. My chance of a ship not included on the shortlist is 0, unless I have at least one ship on the shortlist. The implications of this are pretty massive. If lucky enough to secure a ship, the most likely result is that you roll the most common ship on the shortlist. If you do not have it, that's what the container gives you. Makarov is the most common ship in the big gift shortlist, and few people have it. That is why so many, including me, received Makarov as their first gift ship. The same occurred in 2018 with Krasny Krim and Exeter and Huanqi in 2019. Now in 2018, I did wail a lot, trying to get the Missouri, and I did get the Krasny Krim, but I do not remember if it was the very first ship I received. I remember it was one of the first ones I did, but I cannot remember if it was the first one. I went back, watched the live stream while I was doing this, but I already had the Krasny Krim in port by the time I was streaming that night. And in 2019, I did not buy any Santa containers because I already had most of the premium ships I already wanted. Due to the importance of the shortlist, you should really consider if you will be happy to receive the shortlisted ships before investing in gifts. If you are lucky enough to get a ship, they will be the most likely outcomes. I do not have any full data for the shortlist yet, and I could have made mistakes owing to the limited data out already, but I will keep this updated as we learn more about this year's crates. Okay, so according to him, if you buy just the normal Santa's gift, this is the shortlist for the normal Santa's gift. London, the Tier 6 British light cruiser, heavy cruiser. The De Grasse, the Tier 6 French cruiser. The Verbus Unitas, the Tier 5 European battleship. According to him, this is a big gift shortlist, so the medium container. The Makarov, the Tier 6 Soviet cruiser, extremely common. Tier 7 battleship California, the American battleship. The Orkin, the Tier 8 European DD. And if you buy the mega containers, this is their shortlist. Duca d'Aosta, the Tier 6 Italian cruiser. Udachi, the Tier 7 Japanese destroyer, and both of these are apparently very common. Vanguard, the Tier 8 British BB. Ulchakov, the Tier 8 Soviet cruiser. And he ends it with Spin Wisely. And I think this is probably the first thing you will see if you go into the Warships subreddit right now. Okay, for those of you that were on stream last night, you already know what's going to happen here. So, I decided to give this a roll on my accounts. Now, many of you don't know this, but I actually have two accounts. I have my main account, which with all the ships I've bought to review on, all the resources and crap that I've collected from over the years, they are on this one main account. But I also have a second account. I started a second account when we were expanding TSOF, that's our clan, from TSOF into TSOF 2. We now have up to TSOF 4. And this was originally going to be my account that was going to be in TSOF 2. But since they added in mercs and stuff, I didn't even have to play it that much. I only have like 5 or 6 battles in that account. So on my main account, I have over 100 and something premium ships. I think I have 105. So I have just about every darn premium ship in the game. So it makes very, 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 very good sense that I would, of course, get the Makarov. And here's the clip. Last container. A ship! A ship! What is it? What is it? Oh my god! Oh my god! It's a Makarov! Oh. Okay. So, out of the maybe, what? Actually, I don't think I have 105 premium ships. I think I have 100 and... No, I have like 100 and... maybe 100 flat. I know I don't have the Nikolai and, really old premiums like that. But makes sense out of, the 7 or 8 premium ships that I could potentially get. Pretty good chance I would get the Makarov since it's the one I don't have. Okay. So then, we head on over to my second account that literally only has a Tirpitz on it. It has a Tirpitz, the Tier 2... Well, that's not even a premium ship, so it doesn't even matter. The only premium ship on this account is the Tirpitz. And here's what happened. Alright, so welcome to my alternate account. Look, I have nothing on this account. This account I have Tirpitz, though, naturally, the account with like 5 battles in it has Tirpitz. So, I made this account back in the day when we were setting up the different T-Soft clans. This account was supposed to be the T2 SealordMountbatten account, and I played like 5 battles in it, bought the Turpits as a premium ship on this account just to grind with, but I didn't do much more. As you can see, I haven't even gotten free XP on this just yet. So, first account. You can see that. I have 105 ships in this account. I have 1 premium ship in this account. Let's go again, ladies and gentlemen. I guess. Thank you for the bits, good cop. Is it? Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Wow! Wow! Clip that too! Oh my god! It's rigged! It really is rigged! Oh! God, thank you for doing this for science. Thank you. Oh my god! Wow! Wow! Dang! Really? Let's keep going. I got another ship. What's the other ship on the short list? Is this supposed to be Vanguard? Or California? Oh my god! Really? Yeah, another macro. Oh my god! So yeah, that's the other ship they're supposed to be in the short list. So, it was Makarov, California. So I just re-rolled one of the 3 ships that I have? What the heck? Okay, okay, super container. It's only supposed to happen if you re-roll a ship that you already have. I have, with the 2 ships that I just got, 3 premium ships in this account. Turpits, Makarov, and California. So I just had to re-roll one of those 3 ships in order to get this Agile. So, that just confirms it. Because how in the world, out of 100 and 40, 50 premium ships, that it randomly picks one of those 3 ships? God. So, on an account that only has a Turpits, out of the huge list of ships that can be pulled from, out of 107 premium ships, I get a Makarov? No way. No way that on my main account and my secondary account am I going to get the exact same ship. The odds of that happening are absolutely astronomical. Now, multiply that by every single player that has ran across this issue. There's a whole lot. I've only ran across 2 that claim that this has not happened to them. If you go all over the subreddit, all over the forums, all over YouTube, there are plenty of players saying this exact same thing has happened to them with the screenshots or video clips to prove it. So this leads to one of 2 possibilities. The first possibility, and probably the worst, is that it's rigged. It's rigged to make sure that you get a low-tier premium ship or a very non-desirable premium ship. That way you continue to buy Santa containers to get those rare premiums. So things like Missouri and Musashi, Kronstadt, Nikolai, ships like that people are willing to put big money down to get. In the past, my assumption, and apparently this has happened in the past, but I've never noticed it, and I certainly don't remember hearing about it as much the past 2 years as this year. Anyway, people are willing to spend money to get those ships, and I thought that was just enough in the past for Wargaming to make absolute bank on this event. They did off of me when I graduated college and got a job for the Santa containers that year. I wailed my little heart out trying to get the Missouri, and I did. Put down almost $700 to get it, but hey, the YouTube channel was taking off. I just graduated college, had the money in my bank account, felt like doing it, and I did it. And I got Missouri. And I got most of my other premiums that I now have today. And of course by buying ships to review for the channel and such. So, I mean, I don't understand why they would need to be this greedy. And again, like I've mentioned before, World of Warships has not had a bad year. They've had a fantastic year this year. Most game companies have with COVID and people being forced to stay home and basically play video games all day. So it's not like they're hurting for money. Another thing with this is I do not know how, if this was planned and this was rigged, how Wargaming ever planned to get away with it. How? Did they not suspect that people would be suspicious of everybody pulling Makarovs on the first day of the event? And I understand it's a ship that a lot of people don't have, but this many people pulling it out of the first container they get that has a ship in it. There's no way. Not in my mind. Not mathematically. There's no way it's all random. And that's the worst of the two. The other option is that there's some type of coding bug with the containers. Now, there's certainly arguments for this and against this. Sure, we've had weird coding issues with the game before. Nothing's new there. However, around containers, this specifically, Another thing to note is that, like I do point out in the clip you just saw, most people, when they're not getting a ship that's on the shortlist that the Reddit post brings up, they are getting them in super containers, which means that they pulled a ship from a Santa container first, and then the game had to reroll for another ship. Now, of course, we don't know for sure if this was specifically the Makarov. However, in my case beforehand, on my second account, I had to roll a Makarov, a California, or a Tirpitz. One out of those three ships, out of 107 ships, for me to get that reroll, for me to get that Agal. So what this evidence does tell us is, like I said, one of two things. What we know for sure is that for whatever reason, Makarovs and Californias and all the other ships on that short list are being pulled first. So far, as I'm recording this at 11 o'clock at night, Central U.S. time, Wargaming hasn't said anything to my knowledge. If they continue to be silent, people are of course just going to suspect that it is rigged. If this is not rigged, Wargaming needs to come out and say it and just take the L, say it's a coding bug, say it's an issue with whatever algorithm is doing this, and say it's a bug, and then fix it, and then compensate people. That would be the best solution for Wargaming. It would save them a lot of face and make them look really good. But if they can't continue to be silent on it, then people are going to assume it is rigged. And from what we're seeing, if this is rigged, then it's honestly one of the worst rigging incidences I've seen, because it's so painfully obvious that for whatever reason, these ships on these short lists are being selected first. Like I showed you guys on my main account, first ship I pulled out of the containers was a Makarov. My second account with only one premium ship on it at the time, first thing I pulled the container was a Makarov. Next thing I pull is a California. Both ships on the short list both come in Santa containers. Then I have to get a reroll to get an Agal, meaning one of those three ships, Tirpitz, California, or Makarov, was rolled again out of 107 possibilities. So, again, for whatever reason, Makarovs and these other ships are being pulled first. We can't definitively 100% say that the containers are rigged, although it does certainly look like that. Whether or not the rigging is intentional or accidental, we do not know. I don't want to point fingers without any hard evidence. So all we can say is that if you're wanting to spend money on Santa containers, be aware you're going to get a Makarov if you go for the big containers, and probably one of the ships on the other list if you go for the standard container or the mega container this year. So be aware that if you want a rare ship, you're going to have to pay your way through these ships. Honestly, I'd wait about a week, see if Wargaming says anything, and then make up your mind with what you want to do. Supposedly this happened in the past. I wasn't that attuned to it the last couple of years. Like I said, last year, I bought one pack of Santa containers, if that. I don't even think I bought a pack of Santa containers last year. Year before that, I did go mega well, but I don't remember getting any certain ship first. I certainly don't remember hearing about any rigging last year. So that's what's going on with the sand containers right now, guys. Again, be aware that if you want to do it, you're going to have to go through a lot of Tier 5, Tier 6, and Tier 7 premiums if you want to start pulling those rarer premiums. So just go with that knowledge in your head. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you guys think the rigging is intentional? Do you guys think it's just some type of weird coding bug? I can't say for certain. All I know is what I've had experience with. Anyway, guys, I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday and a wonderful weekend. It's like, yeah, it's like almost 11 o'clock. Well, actually, it is 11 o'clock here for me when I'm recording this. Been up since 4 o'clock this morning. Gotta love that teacher lifestyle. Anyway, again, hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 25,000 subscribers. We just passed 20,000 last week. Hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.